Radio, Today 95.1 FM Pawtucket. I am Butchie Rafua. The headlines. The Governorship Election Petition Tribunal upholds election of Governor Nyesom Wike as duly elected governor of Rivers State. Nigerian Army denies interfering in controversy between Niger Delta Petroleum Resources, host communities in Auda East Local Government Area and Rivers State House of Assembly. The federal government set to hold extraordinary Federal Executive Council meeting ahead of budget presentation next week Tuesday. And on the foreign scene, Chief Judge in Thailand shoots self in suicide attempt. Now the details. The governorship candidate of the African Action Congress, Biobomabu Awara, has lost his petition challenging the victory of Governor Nyesom Wike of the People's Democratic Party as declared by the Independent National Electoral Commission. Awara had asked the tribunal to declare him winner of the March 9, 2019 governorship election in Rivers State because of his victory before elections were suspended, or for the court to nullify the election conducted by INEC for non-compliance of the electoral rules and guidelines. But a three-man panel appeal led by Justice Kingsley Ojiako in unanimous judgment, the tribunal ruled that the first petitioner failed to prove his case beyond reasonable doubt, saying that the exhibits, including result sheets and other documents tendered by the witnesses, were not considered as certified true copies. The tribunal also said Awara was not able to call in a single witness from each polling unit to show that he was leading in some local government areas as claimed in his petition. The tribunal further explained that the first petitioner failed to prove that INEC did not comply with the Electoral Act to declare Governor Wike winner and therefore dismissed the petition of Biobomabu Awara for lack of merit. Speaking to Newsmen Council, to the petitioner, Emenike Ebete claimed that the judgment was a victory in his client, following the fact that the matter was finally heard on its merit, just as he disclosed that his client will be ready to appeal the judgment.
To me, it's a victory for the first petitioner. Why I say so is that we never thought that we'll get to this stage where he will be decided on his merit. It's a victory. Before now, it was dismissed on the ground that he was abandoned. The court of appeal, they brought it back, and the respondents tried as much as they could to ensure that we never had a hearing on his merit. Now, by the grace of God today, we've had it on his merit. So to me, it's a victory. There are number of issues that the court of appeal, even up to the Supreme Court, have to decide, and then let's try there will be a law on what has happened. We are confident that we are going to. There are some issues that were not addressed by all satisfaction. Of the election by INEC, they have power to do so. The governor, he have the spread in the two-thirds of the 22 government areas. They have only for 16 government areas. Not about the other 7 government areas. What happened to the result? They have the spread, the requirement of the constitution.
On his part, counsel to Governor Wike, Ferdinand Obi, a senior advocate of Nigeria, and said judgment means that the victory of Governor has gotten judicial stamp.
In summary, the mandate that was given to Nyesom Wike, the governor of Rivers State, by the good people of Rivers State, has been given a judicial stamp of approval in the sense that the petitions against him were dismissed today by the... Basically, what they were saying was that they won by a majority of lawful votes cast at the election, and that allegation was not proved. The tribunal found that there was no basis, either in law or any factual basis, to come to such a conclusion.
Ochendo Ejowo reports that the tribunal directed Awara to pay 300,000 naira each as costs to Governor Wike, PDP, and INEC. And also, the Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Pawtucket has dismissed the petition of the governorship candidate of the African Democratic Party, Victor Fingesi, and his party against the victory of Governor Nyesom Wike of the People's Democratic Party as declared by the Independent National Electoral Commission. The Election Petition Tribunal, led by Justice Kingsley Ojiako, in a unanimous judgment, dismissed the petition and affirmed that the victory of Governor Wike on the ground that the petitioners were inconsistent participants in their prayers. The tribunal also held that the petitioner failed to produce and provide evidence of the correct lawful result sheet when they claimed that the result used to declare the winner by INEC was concocted. The tribunal equally ruled that Fingesi and ADP failed to prove their case beyond reasonable doubt when they failed to mention the total number of votes in his own polling unit, which proved that he failed woefully to prove that the winner of the election was not elected with majority of voters, saying that the petitioner showed that his petition was based on hearsay. The tribunal further explained that witnesses for the petitioners in some local government areas were inconsistent in their testimonies as they spoke from two sides of their mouth. Speaking to newsmen outside the courtroom, counsel to ADP and its governorship candidate Dolakbo Atani expressed dissatisfaction with the judgment.
I must commend them for spending so much time, putting so much industry in hearing the petition and delivering their judgment, which took almost 4 hours. However, it is left for my clients, based on my legal opinion, on whether to pursue an appeal.
100-level students of Ignatius Ajuru University of Education in Rivers State are lamenting over the delay of the general studies exams. The students complained of how they have been experiencing continuous postponement of their exams from last semester till the current semester. Those who spoke with our correspondent said the institution is yet to give them concrete reason why their general studies exams are being delayed.
As you can see, we are all here for the exam. We are trying to write the exam. I've been here for like 3 weeks now trying to write this one exam. I've not been able to write. Look at my tummy, look at my hand. I got injured because of this same exam. Trying to force myself into the hall to write the exam. Today they will say it's technical issues. We'll be here waiting, thinking that things will get resolved. We'll come back the following day. Not like they will come early. They will come by 12 and close before 4. They're not like we've not paid our school fees. We've done anything. We've registered online. We haven't thinking of registering this section on. We are not done with the registration with this section. Yes, we are still battling with last section's exam.
What's the problem? I've been writing GNS for the past 3 weeks now, but the crowd there is too much. I don't understand what's happening in Ignatius Ajuru University of Education. What's the problem? How many weeks now I've been standing there fighting here and there? Even my roommate got injured just because of what happened. I nearly suffocated there just because of pressing and everything. If they know they cannot do CBT, they should just stop it. Let's use our head and write.
Correspondent Sandra Kenneth reported that the General Studies exam in Ignatius Ajuru University of Education is computer-based. When contacted, the Public Relations Officer of Ignatius Ajuru University, Ngozi Ikerido, said the CBT exam is being delayed because of power problems. The Nigerian Army has said it does not interfere in the controversies between organizations and their host communities. A senior officer from the 6th Division of the Nigerian Army, Captain DJ Sani, was reacting to allegations that stopped an oversight function by an ad hoc committee of the River State House of Assembly investigating complaints of host communities in Auda East local government area. Captain Sani, who said the Army will continue to advocate for peace in Niger Delta communities, said security operatives are not expected to be enmeshed in controversies concerning host communities.
Army, police, whatever were used. That is the area I want to make it unequivocally clear to all of us that we are not inadvertent of the multifarious nature of community in River State, which has to be respected and highly dignified. If we are here to bring peace, how can a company come and hire us to go and perpetrate any evil act? This is double incredible. The Nigerian Army and other security agencies can never and will never be used by either the community or the company to do something that is contrary to the law. All we are there is to maintain the peace and tranquility of the company and the society.
Our correspondent Olawale Sunusi report that the River State House of Assembly ad hoc committee led by Major Jack accused the Army of trying to stop their investigations in communities that complained of being neglected by the Niger Delta Petroleum Resources Limited. Spokesman of the Apex Yoruba Social Cultural Group, Afenifere Yinka Odumake, has thrown his weight behind the proposal by Imo Senator Rochas Okorocha for government to reduce spending starting from the National Assembly. Odumakin said this is important because funds meant to be channeled towards developing Nigeria's infrastructure are being used to service over 400 federal lawmakers.
Most of the money we are spending on our democracy, we are using it to feed senators, reps, ministers, and the rest of them. It's too humongous. We cannot sustain it. There are millions of Nigerians who don't touch money at all, who are living like animals. And in the midst of this, when we now bigger budgets, and this is the kind of money we are committing on the legislation, on the executive, the cost of governance in Nigeria is humongous, and it's breeding poverty. Is the cost of running government in Nigeria that's just too much. We have to reduce it.
Senator Rochas Okorocha had, during debates, lamented over the cost of running governance, especially in the National Assembly. He therefore suggested that each state produces a senator and 3 House of Representatives members, rather than what is currently obtainable, where the National Assembly has over 400 lawmakers. The Special Advisor to President Muhammadu Buhari on Social Investment, Mariam Weiss, has filed a 2 billion naira suit against Leadership newspaper for an alleged defamatory report on the National Social Investment Programs, NSIP. The suit, which is yet to be assigned to a judge, was filed at the Federal Capital Territory Court, with Weiss demanding 2 billion naira as punitive, aggravated and exemplary damages and 2 million naira as cost of the suit. The Leadership newspaper, in the report published in July 23, said the First Lady Aisha Buhari's claims that the NSIP failed to justify its annual 500 billion naira budget for its 4 programs may not be far from the truth. The newspaper also reported that Wise had turned the NSIP into a cesspool of impunity, injustice and corrupt practices. NSIP is a policy introduced by the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari to improve the living conditions of millions of poor Nigerians across the country. The River State Police Command says it is still in search of one Frank Ekbo from Biakbani, Bias local government area of Cross River that was declared wanted in August. The command's public relations officer DSP Namdi Omoni made this known in a reissued statement circulated in the media. DSP Omoni said that 39-year-old Frank Ekbo is fair in complexion, 5 to 6 feet tall, speaks Ekoi and English languages fluently. The police said Ekbo was wanted in connection with a case of conspiracy and advance fee fraud pending at Chief Magistrate Court 9 in Port Harcourt. Omoni said that handsome reward awaited any person that would give information that would lead to his arrest. You are listening to the World News and Today95.1 FM, Voice of the People. After the break, more news, foreign and sports stories. Stay tuned.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
Welcome back. You're still on to the World News here in Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. The presidency has announced the postponement of the extraordinary Federal Executive Council meeting earlier scheduled to hold today. The FEC meeting, which is meant to put finishing touches on the 2020 budget, will now hold on Monday, October 7 by 12 noon. Advisor to the President and Media and Publicity Femi Adesina in a statement said the FEC meeting will also prepare President Muhammadu Buhari for the budget presentation on Tuesday next week. The Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Godswill Akpabio, has directed that the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, suspends any employment exercise into the commission. The minister also directed the suspension of handing over of appointment letters, documentation, and all other processes connected to employment into the commission. Senator Akpabio gave this directive in a letter issued by the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs, Didi Wilson Jack, to the Acting Managing Director of NDDC, Kwagaga Enya. Akpabio also directed that the commission's payroll should not accommodate any new employees and should revert to the status quo as at August 31, 2019, while he should be furnished within 3 days with a detailed report of any employment exercise being undertaken by the commission. The letter said the suspension exercise is to subsist until A due process evaluation of the purported exercise is carried out by the ministry in consultation with the two NDDC committees of the National Assembly and sought the prompt action of the acting managing director on the matter. Education, they say, is the bedrock of development. But unfortunately, as Nigeria marks her 59th independence, education in the country is still divided with myriads of problems. This special report by correspondent Sandra Kenneth examines the problems and prospects of education in Nigeria, including poor funding, poor educational infrastructures, inadequate classrooms, teachers' aides, paucity of quality teachers, as well as polluted learning environment.
Successive administrations at the federal, state, and local government levels have failed to live up to the expectation of many Nigerians in the educational sector. 59 years down the line, the impact of the trillions of naira pumped into the sector is yet to be felt. This comes as many, especially educationists, believe that the budget for education is still pretty low compared to how much other countries invest in education. Lending his opinion to this, a senior lecturer in the University of Port Harcourt, Imawona, said the rot in the education is entirely blamed on government. Warner, who is also an analyst, said teachers in Nigeria, unlike other countries, are being neglected and disregarded, adding that bad policy of education in the country has made the elite and political class prefer sending their children abroad for learning process.
It's unfortunate that what we are passing through is because of the fact that we have serious problem with leadership. Leadership that is supposed to impact, harness resources and ensure that these resources are fairly and equitably distributed. But unfortunately, that is not. And the reason, of course, is that our political elites, they are obsessed with this mentality of primitive accumulation of wealth, where they see the state and its institutions as means of amassing wealth. And so because of that, it has also affected virtually every other society. We have not gone far in terms of proving the loss of Nigerians as a people.
On the other hand, students who are most affected say there is need for government to prioritize education and give it the desired attention. A university student, Benjamin Okeke, said the government should start by providing a conducive learning environment, invest in research, and improve vocational and entrepreneurial learning.
Educational system here in Nigeria is very poor to compare to some other public schools in other countries where education is less expensive, and yet they get the best. So I keep asking this same question, why our own here in Nigeria is different. We don't even get the value of what we pay for. For example, no classrooms. We have to wait for some other people to finish with their lectures before we can go in. So to me, I think Nigeria at 59 has no reason whatsoever to celebrate anything about education.
Also speaking, the secondary school teacher in Emo, local government area of Rivers State, who played an anonymity, decried the level of decay in the secondary school system in the state, where there has been no training, promotion, or incentive, which affects the morale of teachers in Rivers State.
I work for 12 years or thereabout without being promoted. So we are humans, and if these things are not done, you can't get the best out of teachers. Government will come on air and say this, they have sent these materials to school. Is beyond just sending school materials or instructional materials to school. The person that is bearing the body is the teacher. So we encourage the university government to promote teachers, send them for retraining, refresher courses from time to time. That is the one way to get the best out of teachers. We are humans and we are expected to be treated fairly. You cannot try this in the judicial sector. Look at the way the government is pampering the lawyers. Look at the way the health workers are being pampered. The teaching profession is suffering because there is nothing to show. Because people see teachers as paupers when it's not supposed to be like that. In other Western countries, teachers are being treated like kings because the lawyers, the doctors they have to do, we are being taught by teachers.
From the analysis of this respondent, it is obvious that it has been much ado about nothing in Nigeria's education sector. Sandra Kenneth for Today95.1 FM.
And that special report by Sandra Kenneth coincides with the commemoration of this year's edition of the World Teachers' Day with the theme, Young Teachers, the Future of the Profession. And on the foreign scene, former British Prime Minister David Cameron has alleged that former President Goodluck Jonathan did not give enough support to Britain during the abduction of 274 Chibok schoolgirls. The former British Prime Minister, who was in office at the time of the incident, said British troops traced the location of some of the victims and offered to help, but former President Jonathan refused. Cameron also said that the Nigerian army was unable to participate in operations the US and UK forces organized for the rescue of the Chibok schoolgirls because of politically appointed generals. Recall that the abduction of the Chibok schoolgirls, which took place on April 14, 2014, had sparked a global outrage, which the international community offered to assist Nigeria. While a total of 112 Chibok schoolgirls have remained unaccounted for. The government of President Muhammadu Buhari secured the release of more than 100, while 57 managed to escape. A chief judge at a provincial court in southern Thailand has shot himself in the chest but survived. A chief judge at Yala Provincial Court, Kanokon, Pianchana, was seriously injured and was rushed to the hospital after he shot himself with his own handgun in a courtroom. After having delivered a verdict on a minor case, the judge mumbled to attendees in the courtroom, saying he was so tired of living his life overwhelmed by work. Moments later, he rose to his feet, turned his back to the attendees, quickly drew the handgun from his suit and shot himself. Court spokesman Suriyan Hongvilai said Kanokon was initially believed to have worked under stress. And to end the news, here is a summary of the major stories. The Governorship Election Petition Tribunal has upheld the election of Governor Nyesom Wike as the duly elected governor of Rivers State. The Nigerian Army has denied interfering in the controversy between the Niger Delta Petroleum Resources (NDPR), its host communities in Auda East local government area, and the Rivers State House of Assembly. We also told you that the federal government has announced that it would hold an extraordinary Federal Executive Council meeting ahead of the budget presentation next week, Tuesday. And on the foreign scene, you heard that a chief judge in Thailand has shot himself in an obvious suicide attempt. And that was the news as edited by Victor Isiama. For comments and inquiries, please call 081-5341-8657 or 081-4434-3502, or send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. You can also read our stories on www.todayfmlive.com. I am Buchi Rafwa, thanking you for listening. Do stay tuned.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Live from the Garden City of Port Harcourt, Nigeria. This is Today 95.1 FM.
There is never a dull moment of this dial.
But let's get on now to what is happening here in Nigeria.
In the southwest, we have 136, south 131, southeast 30. I'm not talking about the ones that died months ago. And Mr. President is busy traveling.
The foundation in this democratic era we're experiencing today, honestly, believe me, this person soiled it. At the time he was tearing his party card, I was very ashamed. He didn't notice that he was tearing himself.
How long will you keep on complaining?
We keep you informed, thrilled, and inspired.
I need to select. I like every kind of woman. But man, light skin does it for me. No, I'm not racist. That's what I'm saying. No. I could take anybody. You know what I'm saying?
We are your premium talk, news, and sports radio. Today, 95.1 FM. Don't touch that dial.
Right. We've got to go. It's 11:31.
This is Today.
This is Today 95.1 FM. To copy this tune, press 9.
This is Today 95.1 FM.
For current news and information, press 5.
They are politicians, all of them. They know what they do.
So they know how they attack each other.
To stay connected all day, press 1.
The person who raised the name is the one who made the public know about.
Good afternoon and welcome to the World News on your Premium Talk Radio station.
We are your Premium Talk Radio station. Today 95.1 FM, the station with a unique dial.
You deserve more from us. From Great Talk.
Is it a celebrated feat that people should be dying? Don't we have government? I think that should be the focus and not who is behind it.
And then Chief Loveday.
What else do I say? Killing is killing.
For the attack.
News and entertaining programs.
News update on Today 95.1 FM. Thank you for listening. Good morning.
TOFFE.
This man knows that he's
wow. Now you do this guy thing.
Hi,
for do this kind of thing now.
You never be this man. You never know the best way.
Honey, now your brother. Your brother.
Stay glued to this dial. Today 95.1 FM, and we will do the rest.
Excellent. 95.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
A beautiful morning to you. We are back, and with me here in the studio, I have Ambassador Cashwise, the only wise cash in the business sector.
Recharge and get
Okay, recharge and get paid, not the business sector. Welcome to.
Thank you.
All right.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. And well, he is here to tell us a bit about recharging and get paid. Recharge and get paid. You're from Recharge and Get Paid Limited.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. So tell us, what is Recharge and Get Paid?
Okay, Recharge and Get Paid is a noble concept. A company registered with CSC, licensed by NCC, to carry out VTU vending businesses in Nigeria. Recharge and Get Paid is also in partnership with the 4 telecom giants, MTN, Glo, 9Mobile, and Airtel. They are also in partnership with the largest cable TV company in Africa, that's MultiChoice, for DSTV, GoTV, and StarTime products. And also in partnership with all the telecom distribution, electricity distribution companies in Nigeria.
Oh, really?
Yes. And the vision and mission of Recharge and Get Paid for the past 4 years they've been in existence in Nigeria is to help ordinary Nigerians like you and I make huge money out of the telecom industry. Okay? Because we understand by the report gazetted by NCC that Nigerians spend a whooping 24 billion naira on airtime and data on daily basis.
Okay.
This information is what informed the involvement of the banks, Jumia, Konga, Paga, and so many other platforms that now sell airtime.
Okay.
And that is what also brought about the VTU vending of airtime telecom products, which has eventually gone ahead to push the paper recharge card people out of circulation. So that is what Recharge and Get Paid is for. So they are here is to make sure that Nigerians now start making money from these expenses. Buying airtime, data, doing your cable, electricity bills, they are expenses now.
Yeah.
These are products you use even when you are broke. That's why the telecom companies now say, okay, if you don't have money, borrow the airtime.
And I understand you've been in this business because you're saying a whole lot about it. How
Yes.
long have you been?
I am 8 months old in the business.
What's the experience been like personally now?
Yeah, it's been a wonderful experience. I think saying yes to Recharge and Get Paid is the best decision I've made this year.
Oh,
And-
you started this year. Okay, you
Yeah.
said 6 months.
Yeah, 8 months.
8 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I can tell you it's been a joyride. I have one regret though. Like I said, Recharge and Get Paid has been in Nigeria for 4 years, and if I'd known better, I would have joined earlier. Yes. So it's a very powerful and set platform that helps you recover money, cash value from the airtime you use, data you use, your cable subscriptions, and your electricity bills.
Okay, clearly all these things you make mention of are things we all get to do.
Yes.
But I want to direct this question to an average Nigerian now.
Yes.
What exactly do they benefit, and how do they get to assess whatever benefits they make?
Yeah, it's very simple. If something has become a perpetual expenses for you, somebody that has been buying airtime, that is still buying airtime, that will continue buying airtime, because the truth is that you either use the product or you use it. There's no escape. Nobody begs anybody. Okay? So for the fact that you can save money from that expenses, is a good thing for anybody that uses airtime, anybody that does cable subscription. You do your cable subscription, whether you watch it or not, you will still pay. It will expire. You understand? You pay your NEPA bills and you travel, you come back, you will still pay NEPA bill. So if Recharge and Get Paid has put a platform that will help Nigerians make money when they do these things that they will continue doing, is a very big plus for them. And the truth is that this money you're making from Recharge and Get Paid is money you will cash out from your bank, not bonus to make call. Is money you cash out for your bank, put it in your pocket.
Do they get like a wallet kind of account?
Yes.
In the process?
Yes, and from your wallet, you can cash straight to your bank account and withdraw it.
How easy is it to liquidate?
Sorry?
How easy can we liquidate the money? Like, how?
Every day, anytime. That's how the business works. It's a set platform. Any day, anytime, you can cash out your money.
Okay, good to know. So I understand you're having something tomorrow?
Today.
Oh, today?
Yes.
Oh my God.
We had on Tuesday, that was 1st October. It was amazing. Yesterday, those that said yes were all excited. They came around yesterday when we had our yesterday session. And I know today, those that said yes yesterday will also come, because I believe by now they are already recharging and getting paid.
Wow.
Yeah. So
it's
today,
that quick?
Sorry?
Is that quick? You start today, you start making money from it today?
Of course. Once you say yes, you start making money. It's not rocket science.
Are there other terms and conditions we're not aware of?
No.
Okay.
Just get involved, start making your money, buy your airtime, buy your data, and get paid. That's all.
Is there anything like this channel sort of business where you, when I say yes to recharging and get paid, and then I get someone to come join the recharge and get paid, do I get any percentage?
Oh, yes. That is a different aspect of it. Recharge and Get Paid has 3 ways you can enjoy the product. First thing they are telling you is, we are not saying do anything different. First of all, that airtime you have been buying, you need to start making money from it. Okay? And if you're not selfish and greedy, tell other people around you that use the same product. Show them how they can start making money when they buy the product. And the company says, okay, yes, because you've told them and you've helped them to empower them, okay, you get compensated for telling them.
All right, that's good to know. So the venue for the program today.
Our seminar today is still the same venue we were on Tuesday, yesterday, Emerald Hotels, Rumola Junction. Emerald Hotels is by Rumola bus stop. And the time for the seminar today is 12:30 after service. Okay? First session. Then the second session is 3 p.m. So if you can't make it 12:30, please make it 3 p.m. Let us show you how you can make money from these recharges. Making money is a lot easier if you know the right button to press. You don't need contacts. You don't need connections. You just need the right opportunity and the right ideas.
I'm sure we need to come with some things for the program.
The seminar is free.
Oh.
The seminar is free. You cannot empower people and take money from them. We are already making money in the system, and we want as many people as possible to participate. The seminar is free, and all you need to do is come with your writing materials. After you have heard, we have shown you practical teachings and trainings. It is you that will take a decision. Opportunity comes. It's for you to decide whether to take it or not. The difference between the rich and the poor is how they see opportunities and what they do with it. So for people that want to attend this seminar today, there are numbers to be called out. Just SMS yes to those numbers. No calls, just SMS yes to those numbers. For those that send SMS to us, we'll attend the seminar free. So we'll reserve seats for them, because we have realized that the hall always gets overflooded with people. So you send SMS, yes, we reserve a seat for you.
Okay.
Yeah, for those coming today, 12:30, first session, 3 p.m., second session.
All right. If you didn't get that clearly, the numbers are 080-389-58095, or you could also call the number 080-3823-1869. We also have other numbers, and they are 080-3767-8076 or 080-37966774. I said we also have another number. It's like I'm already part of the business.
Oh yes, you are. You are.
Okay, well, for those coming, can my 7-year-old son attend?
Well, yes, this business is for anybody that is not tired of making money, anybody that is business minded that uses this product. I can tell you there is a baby of less than 2 years that is already 500,000 naira richer in this business.
Interesting.
Yes, there's another boy that is just 6 years old. He's already 500,000 naira richer in this business.
Wow.
So it's for everybody. It's a great empowerment. You know that after oil and gas, telecoms is the 21st century oil well. It's the highest industry so far. And the product, after the air we breathe, there is no product that is more essential than airtime. People starve to load their phones with airtime. So it's high time we start making money from it.
Like I always say, it's not enough that it's really annoying that you go through a whole day, you just keep spending, you're buying recharge card, you're buying food, you are paying for transport, you're doing this and you're doing that, and you're not making any money. And for those that earn salary at the end of the month, you wait till the end of the month, and you just keep spending and spending and spending every day.
Day in recharge and get
exactly.
paid.
So make wise decision, and he hopes to see you there. Let me
To
stop
whom
using
phone
we
is
for now.
given, making money is expected.
Oh,
if you have a
interesting.
phone
Even
and
a
you don't
Nokia
make
Palace,
yes, if you have a phone and you don't make money from it, it's a sin.
Okay, he said so. All right, thank you very much, Ambassador Cashwise, for
the
coming.
only cash that is wise.
Interesting. But don't forget, it's Emerald Hotel, 12:30 today, and the
3
numbers
p.m.
are 3
second
p.m.
session. Yes.
Second session. There are two sessions, 12:30 and 3 p.m. And the numbers to call are 080-389-58095 or 080-3823-1869 or 080-3767-8076. You could also call 080-379-66774. And don't forget, if you want a seat reserved for you, just send yes to any of this number, or you could call them for more details and info in case you need any. And everybody, as long as you have a phone, if your 3-year-old child has a phone, he can come. So he starts making money with his phone and starts saving for his school fee or something.
Exactly.
So you relieve
That's the
yourself
idea.
of that stress. Thank you very much for coming on the program.
Money now has the Mumu button. Come and join us. Let's show you Money Mumu button.
Okay, press the Mumu button and you access money every time.
Sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people.
This is Today 95.1 FM. To copy this tune, press 9.
This is Today 95.1 FM.
For current news and information, press 5.
They are politicians, all of them. They know what they do.
So they know how they attack each other.
And
To stay connected all day, press 1.
The person who raised the name is the one who made the public know about
Good afternoon and welcome to the World News on your Premium Talk Radio station.
We are your premium talk radio station. Today 95.1 FM, the station with a unique dial.